Are you ready to know the direction of the day for the world's most traded pair, the Euro USD? Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday morning. It is the 9th of August 2024, and every Monday to Friday, you know that I jump onto these live streams to basically share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. So if you're new to this particular pair, this is the world's most traded pair. I mean, for some reason, people like trading this pair. I mean, we all know that the Eurozone is very, very big, and also the US is very big in terms of economy. So these two economies are some of the biggest in the world. So definitely that might be the reason as to why these two are the most traded, currencies, and they make up a good pair to basically entice or enable so many people trade these two pairs. So basically Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. my local time, or if you're using the New York time, that is usually 1:30 a.m. I jump onto these live streams to basically share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like. And I use this basically, I'm able to determine this using my strategy that I trade, which is a 50% win rate strategy with a 1 to 4 risk to reward. So basically, we are going to be getting into that in just a bit. And the other thing I would like to share with you is the fact that if you are someone who struggles with greed, I mean, you want to take each and every opportunity or each and every, setup or kind of, opportunity that you see in the market, then that's something that will basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you are someone who struggles with greed, you want to take each and every opportunity in the market. Then, when it comes to your trades, you're oversizing on them, hoping that you're going to make much more on those particular trades. Then, you are someone who struggles with greed, guys. So, greed is one of those things that can easily wipe you out in this market. So, uh, try and think about this as someone who basically just wants to live for today. With trading, it's nothing like that. You can't live for today and think you are going to basically, make any money in these markets. You must be on top of your game each and every time. And basically, this is so the best way to conquer this is for you to actually start taking trading as a business. Try and take this as a business. If you have a business, are you going to risk all your capital in that one product when you're not very sure that this particular product is going to make you profits that you expect? So if your answer is no, then definitely you shouldn't be YOLOing on your trades. You should not be going all in on one trade, guys. Try and take one trade at a time. It is a game of probabilities. So once you master this and know that it's through a series of trades that you're going to be profitable, then that grid will be able to, you'll be able to stop or end this type of grid. So basically, that's my advice for today. And when I go back, or when we get back to what my particular strategy is, it's basically a strategy that utilizes the open, high, low, and close of the previous day's candle. So basically, this is the type of strategy that I trade. And usually on the previous day's candle, I like to look out for what I call an area of interest. This could be an order block. This could be a fair value gap, or equal highs or equal lows. So I try to term these as areas of interest, because usually price likes to tap back into these areas before it continues in the other opposite direction. So basically, that's the type of strategy that I trade, and I've traded this particular strategy for over a year now. And I'm here to tell you guys that this strategy it is a profitable strategy. So if you're someone out there that has been looking for a strategy to trade, this is the strategy that I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be sharing everything about this particular strategy right here on this live stream. So buckle yourself up, get ready as we unpack this. And if you happen to get some value from this particular live stream, please go ahead, give it a like, because this enables, this reach out to more people out there that would love to get this kind of information. So thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate you jumping onto these live streams Monday to Friday to basically share with me this time. So I really greatly thank you guys for doing that. With the strategy, I'm going to be sharing some of those results, or some of my results that have been, gathering over this 1 year. Oh, it's over a year now. So I've been trading this particular strategy religiously for over a year now. So I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you guys can be able to see what I'm seeing on my end. So you'll be seeing my screen just in a bit. I'm going to be sharing that right now. Okay, so you should be able to see what I'm seeing on my side. So when you look at my screen right there, you can see that I started trading this in May of last year, 2023. So when you look at my monthly comments right here, you can clearly see that I've been having great months all the way through, guys. So that's the type of strategy. It's a very profitable strategy. So when you look at my the profits percentage, you can see right here I have a 5% in May, then I had a 6% in June, I had a 7% in July, I had a 1% in August. You can clearly see that this is nothing crazy, guys. There are so many gurus out there that tend to promise you in their education that with this strategy I'm going to be teaching you, you are going to be making 50% in profits every single month. Guys, that's not how trading works. There's nothing linear about trading. These profits can keep fluctuating, and it is not those crazy gains, guys. So if anyone sells you this kind of dream, understand that that person is a scam artist. Just run for your life, guys. Run with your money, because they're only selling you the education, and then they'll leave you in the dilemma. So do not fall for that. So you can see there's nothing crazy here. And then when we came to the month of September, I had a 5%. October was a good month. I had a 23%. Then when you crossed over to this year, January, I had an 18%. February, I had a 4%. March, I had a 7%. April has so far been my best month with a 25%. Then May, I had a 12%. June, I had a 5%. July, I had an 11%. So July is just the previously concluded month, and you can clearly see that those were my gains when it came to July. So basically, this is the strategy. It is a very profitable strategy. So if you're out there and you've always wanted to find a profitable strategy, this is one of those that you'll be trading from today on. But it's also upon you to basically go back and back test this strategy to see exactly the kind of results it's going to yield you. So basically, this is the strategy. And for me, before I actually even jump onto the charts, there are some kinds of routines that I go through on a daily basis. And amongst those is to basically check out what the fundamental side is saying about the day. So personally, I'm a day trader, so I like to see what they are saying on the fundamental side. For me, again, I would like to tell you that I'm purely a technical trader, but as a technical trader, you do not want to be on the opposite side of the major news or the major fundamentals happening in the market. So the website I like to check out when it comes to fundamentals, there are two main websites. Website number one is this right here. It's called Bloomberg.com. So this is the website I always like to check out, and basically I like to check out my particular pair that I trade, which is the Euro USD. So what I do, I come right over here to markets, then under markets, I'm able to check out what they're saying under currencies. Then I check out Euro USD. So on Euro USD, when we check the related news on this particular pair, so we shall be able to see that right here. So there's nothing major. Japanese stocks fluctuate as yen pairs advance against dollar. We're still not concerned about that because that's on USD JPY. I'm not concerned about that. So there's really nothing major in terms of news. As I've told you guys, the only reason I check out the fundamental side is for me to see if there's any major news. If there's nothing major, then I'm not concerned at all. So once I've finished, or once I've checked out the fundamentals on this website, bloomberg.com, then next I go to this particular website, forexfactory.com. So I'm able to check out to see exactly on this particular day, which is the 9th of August 2024, what are some of the major news events going to happen. So clearly there is nothing for today. So for me, the reason I check out this website is for me not to stay in these trades as this news drops, because sometimes for many traders out there, maybe you've made some profits for the day, and then as this news drops, it ends up wiping out all your profits. So if you do not want this to happen, many of the times you want to be out of these markets as this news drops. So that's just me. So I actually filtered out this website or this economic calendar to only be showing me red folder news. So if there's nothing like a red folder news event, then I'm not concerned. Like today, there's nothing red folder, so I'm not concerned for today. So I'll be happy to stay in my trade for all day long, guys. If that's what the market has dictated, I would stay in that trade for all the time or for all the day. So the other thing you don't want to be staying in these trades is majorly there's usually these brokers tend to widen their spreads as these news events drop. So if you happen, let's say, to take a loss on that particular day, then you might find yourself losing more than what you had earlier anticipated to lose on that particular trade, because they widen these spreads. They can sleep you like maybe 10 pips. So if you had earlier maybe wanted to maybe only risk 10 pips on that trade, they might go up to 20 pips in terms of slippage. So sometimes you don't want this to happen because it's going to mess up, your account. It's going to mess you up. So you sometimes want to be out of the trade before this news drops, actually. So basically that's just me, and it's how I trade. So without further ado, right now let's jump onto the charts to see exactly what the charts are saying for today. So as I've told you, I'm someone who trades based off of the previous day's candle. So when we look at the previous day, which was the 8th of August 2024, you can see this was the price action. This was the price action for yesterday. We had our open here, the high was this, the low was this, and this was the close right here. So you can clearly see that yesterday, which was the 8th of August, there were some areas of interest that price action actually left right here. So one of those areas of interest was this big fair value gap. Yesterday, there was a news event. So there was this big fair value gap, another fair value gap, and then we have an order block right here that led to this change of character to the downside. So this is exactly what we had for yesterday. So me, what I would expect on the upper side, I would expect price to basically come all the way up here. Price would come all the way up take out, this is basically what I mean. I expect price to come all the way up here, take out, let me try and redraw this. So I expect price to come all the way up. It takes out the liquidity resting there. Then that's when it will reverse to this particular direction. So one key level I'm looking at is this right here at 1.09632. So that's a key level I'm looking at. So I expect a major reversal to happen from around there. So the other level that I would expect price to actually reverse off of. Now, when I see down here, I can clearly see that there is no area of interest. There is nothing of interest down here. I can see price wicked out very well down here. So there's nothing as an area of interest in regards to yesterday. So I only expect price to come. There are some equal lows right here on the Asian session for today. There's some equal lows. So I expect price to come, take out these equal lows on the Asian session. So once those have been taken out, I would expect price to outlook for today. This is what I'm looking out for today. So the key levels, number one, it is at 1.09632. Then the other key level is this right here at 1.09120. So once price gets to these levels, I would expect to react. I'll be reacting to what price will do once it gets to these levels. So personally, what I do once price gets to these levels, then what I do, I basically, because you can see this analysis has been done on the 1 hour time frame. So what I do next, once price gets to these levels, I drop down to the 5-minute time frame, and then it is from there that I'm able to make my entries. So when it comes to the entry, I enter off of a fair value gap inversion. So once there's an inversion fair value gap, that is basically price covering a fair value gap. Once it has done that, then this is when I make my entry and use 10 pips as my stop loss. And when it comes to the target, I target only 30 pips in the market. But I always like to hold these trades to at least up to a 1 to 4 to basically make some extra profits from these markets. So basically, this is how I trade. It is how I traded for all. I've traded for all this time period, and I'm sure that if you trade the same way, you'll be able to make the same or get the same results that I get on my trades. So basically, this is my overview for today, the 9th of August 2024. So this is my overview. But remember, you need to also keep your risk management in check. Do not over risk on your trades, and also avoid those minor execution errors. Like maybe instead of placing a buy, you instead place a sell in the market. So try and avoid some of these minor execution errors. Try and pay attention to details. This is how you're going to stay profitable in these markets. If you do not do this, then guys, unfortunately, you will not be able to turn profitable in this market. So basically, this is how I trade. It is my direction of the day. This is how I determine my bias. So I'm only looking to actually react off these levels when when the price actually gets to these levels. I'm not trying to determine the entire move for the day. I'm only reacting off of that particular level that I've already set out for myself. So once price gets to that level, then this is when I'll be looking to actually react off of what price has just done. So so this is it for today. Try and manage your risk well. Do not make any funny execution errors. Try and stay on top of your game, because this is how you're going to stay profitable in these markets. And in case you do have any kind of questions, or in case you have anything to ask me, please go ahead, go into the comment section, let me know about your question, because I'll be gladly answering you back right there in the comments. So basically, this is it for today. In case of any questions, remember to leave them down in the comments. I'll be answering you back. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be catching you in the next one. That's Monday, same time.